Hi, and welcome to another video by Jimthecarguy. Today we're going to be changing the battery on the 2008. It's a Honda CRV. We're going to change the battery while saving the memory on the computer, because this radio has the anti-theft device that if you disconnect the battery, the radio loses its memory, and without that code you can't turn the radio back on. So we're going to save the memory. We're going to use a memory saver. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. All right, let's get started and I'll show you what tools you're going to need. As you know, this is the battery. We need a couple of basic hand tools. We need a 10 millimeter socket to get these off, 10 millimeter wrench to remove this, and something we're going to do is we're going to save the memory on the radio so we don't lose the presets. A couple things you're going to need is you're going to need a cable like this. Well, I use this one here. This is a cable I use to save the memory. I use a jump start box for the external power supply so we can save the memory. Obviously a new battery, 10 millimeter socket, and a 10 millimeter wrench. So, all right, let's get inside the car, and I'm going to show you first what you're going to do with the power saver first. You take the power saver and you just come inside to the car itself and you plug into the accessory port. What you do is you plug into the box right here, and you take this and you plug it into the accessory port inside here. Now, before we go any further, we're going to go outside and we're going to disconnect a couple of things. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the hold down. This piece just pulls right up and off like this. And remove this screw here also. Okay. Now once you have these hold downs loose, you can just unscrew them and take them off, and we're going to relocate this hold down for now. Once you've loosened up the bolts right here, these pieces here just come out like that, and the same thing down in the back over here. You can just take this, move it to the side just like that, and lift this out. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go inside the car. We're going to turn the key to the on position, and then we'll remove the battery. But the key has got to be in the on position if you want to save the memory. What you would do is you would disconnect your negative cable first before you take off the positive. First comes off the negative. Remove your negative cable first. Twist it and you pull it right off. And you can disconnect your positive cable. And you want to be careful with this positive cable because it still has power in it, even though it's disconnected, because we have that memory saver in there. And you just take this plastic cover here off, which we're going to reuse. Take your battery out. Grab your replacement battery. And lay that back in here. And we can pull off the covers, the protective covers on the battery. We're going to put our cover back over the top like this and push it all the way down where it came from. And now we can reconnect our battery. Positive goes on first and tighten it. Once your positive is tight, tighten it up. Put your negative cable back on and tighten that terminal up. Okay, nice and tight, doesn't have to be too tight, just snug it down. Now we're going to go back inside and turn off that memory saver, or turn off the key to the memory saver. And we're going to reconnect the hold-on clamp that we previously took off. And just hook it back in where you took it out from. I'll get it in here and I'll show you. You want to reconnect it down here where you previously disconnected it from. We just put it back through, and the same thing up in the front, right up here. We're going to hook this back in like that too, and then we can tighten down those two clamps on the top, the two bolts on the top. Just so you hook, so you don't fall back out, you'll have to lift it up a little bit and hold it in place, and then tighten down the screws on top. And the same thing in the back, make sure your hook is in place and hold it there, and then tighten up the hold downs like this, nice and tight, and just snug them up here. Last thing is we're just going to push this piece back on here, like that. And now if you did your job correctly, you should be able to go inside the vehicle, and you should still have the memory on your radio and everything else. Let's see. See if we did our job correctly here. When you turn the key on, your time is still set, and all the radio stations are all set also. Otherwise, it would say code right across here, and you'd have a problem. That's it. Next thing we can do is just disconnect our battery box, take it out, and we're all done. Another well-done job. All right, and don't forget, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.